Good day, guys. Welcome back to another lesson. So in this lesson, we're going to be talking about currencies, right? And then from then, we're going to go to another video where I'm going to be explaining all the Forex terms, right? So these are going to be the Forex terms that we're going to be learning so that you can understand how all of these are put together. I've explained the leverage. Um, I'm gonna explain the leverage on the brokers video, which is the video that you watch after watching what is Forex. You've explained, I've already explained that. And then yeah, so let me now get to this one. So let me just get my annotation. There we go. Let's move you here, brother. And then we just need the arrows. So understanding currencies, what are currency pairs, right? What are currency pairs? So currency pair are two different currencies combined together, and then they make a pair, right? So I have a bunch of currency pairs in front of me that have been put together that are tradable, right? All of these currency pairs in front of me are tradable. They can be found. Not all of them can be found on every broker, right? But the major are mostly found on each and every broker out there because those are the most traded pairs, right? So what is a currency pair? So a currency pair, for example, in this example here, this first currency pair, as you can see, we have the euro, right, which is from the eurozone, and then we have the dollar, which is from the US, right? So euro USD, as you pronounce it, this is how you pronounce it, or you can doesn't matter how you pronounce it. You can say EU euro USD, but euro USD. This shows that the euro, sorry, this shows that the euro is against the dollar, right? So this is the euro against the dollar. So when you trade this pair, you are trading the euro against the dollar, right? Or the dollar against the euro, right? So this is a currency pair. That's a one currency pair, right? And then if you can look at the second example also, USD JPY, right? So this means the US dollar and the Japanese yen, right? So I just needed to put, oh, this is the country there. So this is the Japanese yen and the US dollar, right? So when you trade this, you are trading the dollar against the Japanese yen, right? So when you trade this pair, you are trading the dollar against the Japanese yen. So when we trade this the traditional way of trading, where you travel to another country, take it as if you are coming from Europe going to the States. In this example, take it as if you're coming from the US going to Japan. In this one, take it as if you're coming from UK going to US, and so on. From the US to Switzerland, from US to Canada, from Australia to US, from New Zealand to US. So this is how you can like think about these pairs. So when you see Euro USD, just remember that, okay, cool, I'm coming from from Europe going to America. USD JPY, okay, I'm coming from the US going to Japan. Okay, GBP USD, I'm coming from the UK to the US. So GBP USD stands for the Great British Pound. This is how it's been pronounced. So you will notice that a lot of pairs are pronounced differently. So the currency pair is not the same. It's not the same name as the country. For example, USD ZAR. This means the US dollar and the ZAR, right? The ZAR is from where? It's from South Africa, right? So as you can see, it's not USD ZAR or something. It's USD ZAR, right? And then in this one, so same as it. This is from Mexico, so it's the same. Singapore, the same, 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 right? So you will notice that some of them are the same, but when it comes to the British pound, yes, the Great British Pound, says the pound from UK. So it's named GBP, but then it's from UK, London, England. Is in England, yeah. So and then USD chef, this is from Switzerland. As you can see, it's chef, but on here it's Switzerland, right? So this will just help you like understand which pair is coming from which country, right? So these are currency pairs. So these are two currencies from two different countries put together, and then they become one pair, right? So in this example, to recap again, the euro against the dollar. In this example, the dollar against the Japanese yen. In this example, the pound is against the dollar. In this example, the dollar is against the chef, which is from Switzerland. The dollar against the CAD, the Australian dollar against the US dollar, New Zealand dollar against the US dollar, you know. So there are three there are three categories of currency pairs. We have the majors, we have the crosses, and then we have the exotics, right? The major currency pairs always include the US dollar, right? And those are the mostly traded currency pairs, right? And the cross currency pairs do not include the US dollar. Crosses, yeah, they do not include the US dollar. Crosses that involves any of the major currencies are also known as minors, right? So here I suppose I was supposed to put slash minor pairs. So the cross and the currency pairs, wait, sorry, the cross pairs and some of them also known as the minor, right? They also fall under this category here. I'm gonna explain now to you what is the difference between these three categories. Exotic, sorry, just quickly mute myself. And exotic currency pairs consist of one major currency and one currency from an emerging market, right? Emerging market are countries like South Africa, Mexico, Singapore, Brazil, and stuff like that, right? USDs that's the dollar against South Africa. USD MXN, that's the dollar against Mexico. USD CHG, that's the dollar against Singapore. And then USD Brazil, that's the dollar against Brazil, right? So what are the difference between these um three categories, right? So when you look at the majors, right, the majors are mostly the currencies with what do you call this, where the economy, it's more like developed countries, most of them, you know. And then for example, in New Zealand, they have a lot of commodities, you know, that they trade. They have a lot of commodities. I think they deal with milk, um, meat, and stuff like that. So those are very important things in the world, you know, like food. That's food. And then Australia, I think they have oil and what else? Yeah, I will get you guys that PDF file and then just share with you guys. So, but this is just basic information what behind each currency pair. So Australia, I think they have oil, and then Canada also have oil, and then Switzerland gold. UK, what does it have? Nothing that much, just politics. Japanese yen, um, technology on that side, and then the eurozone. There's too much manufacturing in the Europe. You know, as we know, the Germans, France, all those countries, they manufacture a lot. So these are the major pairs. And then one of the reasons it's nice to trade the major pairs is because the spread is low. You know, there's not too much volatility in those currency pairs, and then there's no too much liquidity in them, right? So these are the terms that I'm gonna explain as we go along. And then exotic pairs. These pairs have high spread, right? They're expensive to trade, and then I think there's less volume in these currency pairs. In their market, there's less volume, so this is where you're gonna pay more to trade these pairs. You know, the spread is gonna be high, commission is gonna be high, and then they're too volatile also. So you need to have enough money to trade these currency pairs, right? At this moment, I would suggest everyone to stick to these currency pairs, the major pairs. Make sure that these are the pairs that you have in your MT4. These are the pairs that you have in your trading plan. These are the pairs that you look at every day, right? And then this is are the pairs the way you want to practice how to trade. And then cross pairs, they also have high spread than the exotic pairs, but then it's lesser. It's lesser than this, and then it's more slightly higher than the major. It's more like an in between spread. So you can trade these pairs also, right? But I would like you guys to first get familiar with the market by trading these pairs, right? So make sure that you stick to the major currency pairs. And then what else did I forget on these currency pairs? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna like explain the rest of the information regarding currency pair, what currency pair like includes, like the spread, the PIP, and all of those stuff. So just to recap, major pairs, major currency pairs always include the dollar. Cross currency pairs do not include the dollar. Crosses that involve any of the major currency are also known as the minors, right? Meaning that, for example, here, these pairs include the major, UK and Japanese yen. So that's why they become the minor, right? If they include the major currency pair. Sorry, if they include the major currency, yeah, because now they become a pair once they together. And then yeah, old CAD, as you guys can see, Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar, right? Same here, the Canadian dollar and the Switzerland, yeah, which is the chef, right? So those are the minor pairs, cross pairs, right? Exotic pairs are consist of one major currency pair and one from the emerging market, right? In emerging market, countries like South Africa, Mexico, Singapore, Brazil, and Poland, right? And what currency pairs are we going to be focusing on? We're going to be mainly focusing on the major currency pair, which are these, right? Why? The spread is low, and then they're also like less volatile than these currency pairs, the exotics and the cross pairs, right? So this is it for this video, guys. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Cheers.